Today's topic is skin and fascia, where we'll cover the general anatomy on the skin and the fascia. Skin, as we all know, it is the largest sensory organ of the body. The skin, there are two types. There is a thick skin and there is a thin skin. Thin skin is present everywhere on the body, which is hairy, and thick skin is the skin present on the palm and the soles, and it is hairless. The structure of the skin is composed of epidermis and dermis. Epidermis has got 5 layers: the stratum basale, spinosum, granulosum, lucidum, and the cornea. You can see it on the diagram on the right side. These layers we can see. So this we will discuss in detail in the histology slides. The epidermis has got 4 types of cells. Keratocytes, which produce keratin. It is a protein that protects the skin from heat or microbes and chemicals. Melanocytes produces melanin pigment, of course, to impart color to the skin, and it also absorbs the UV light to protect the skin. Langerhans cells, these are the cells which actually participate in immune response and they protect the skin. Merkel cells, these are located in the deeper part of the epidermis and they act as receptors for touch sensation. Dermis, it is the deeper layer, dermis, if you can see here, the deeper part, and it is divided into 2 layers, the superficial, which is known as the papillary layer, and deep is the reticular layer. तो यहाँ पे ये जो papilla जैसा दिख रहा है, this is the papillary layer of the dermis, and this deeper part is the deep reticular layer. This is to show you again, this is the papillary layer. And this is the reticular layer. Reticular layer में usually collagen fibers रहते हैं which are arranged in parallel bundles, and these are responsible for formation of the cleavage lines or Langer's line जो हम कहते हैं. And these lines vary. Trunk पे horizontal रहेंगे, longitudinal in the limbs. And this layer is actually distensible. It can distend. अगर ज़्यादा stretch हुआ तो the fibers can rupture and then it can form a scar. So white scars are seen after pregnancy, stretch marks or linear albicans. Okay, तो ये सब है reticular layer के बारे में, जहाँ पे we said collagen fibers are in parallel bundles giving rise to the Langer's line or cleavage lines. These are the Langer lines. देखिए जो abdomen पे दिख रहा है horizontal है, upper limb पे दिख रहा है, limbs पे usually vertical दिख रहा है. So this is of more interest to the surgeons. So accordingly the incisions can be taken. Dermatome is that area of the skin which is supplied by single spinal nerve. So each dermatome corresponds to a spinal nerve. This is little about the dermatome. Function of skin, of course we know protection, sensory function है, pain and temperature, secretion, absorption, excretion. Okay, so the functions of the skin, if it is asked in as a short note, you can write. Then we'll discuss what is a fascia. हम हमेशा बोलते हैं superficial fascia, deep fascia. So fascia is actually a fibrous tissue network. It is in the form of a sheet. तो ये fascias के types क्या होते हैं? Superficial and deep. Superficial fascia is actually which lies immediately beneath the skin. यहाँ पे loose areolar tissue भी होता है, थोड़ा amount of fat होता है. Fat can vary. Sorry. Fat is absent in the eyelids here, external ear, we know this. Okay, so subcutaneous layer of fat is known as panniculus adiposus. So superficial fascia का functions, insulating layer है because fat है हमने बोला है. It allows mobility of the skin on the underlying structure. Also it provides passage to the nerves and vessels. Okay, then subcutaneous injections अभी हम बोलते हैं तो it is given in this layer. They are painful because there are pain receptors present, and यहाँ से drug is absorbed actually very slowly. Less blood supply है, थोड़ा fat होता है, and बहुत small doses are usually given subcutaneously. Insulin injections are given subcutaneously because They are in small doses they are given, and they can be released over a long duration. So what are the sites of subcutaneous injections? Posterior aspect of the arm, anterior aspect of forearm, and most commonly anterior aspect of the thigh and anterior abdominal wall. These are the sites for subcutaneous injection. Deep fascia. Deep fascia is again a fibrous sheet which completely covers the body. It lies beneath the superficial fascia. It is usually tough. So for example, like if you see in the lower limb, it is said that deep fascia is like a stocking and it is dividing the lower limb into few compartments. So वो थोड़ा thick रहता है deep fascia. Deep fascia are modified, so let us see what are the modifications of deep fascia. It can form an intermuscular septum, like as I said just now. In lower limb lower limb is divided into 3 compartments, that is the front of the thigh, front of thigh, back of thigh, and the adductor compartment. तो ये जो septa रहता है, that is a modification of deep fascia. It also covers muscle as epimysium, nerve as epineurium. It forms the axillary sheath and the carotid sheath. Then aponeurosis, of course we have learnt in the palm, there is formation of palmar aponeurosis. तो ये modification of deep fascia है. Retinaculum. So this is to show you lower limb में कैसा septas form किया है. The interosseous membrane between 2 bones, it is also a modification of deep fascia. And the retinaculum, that is the flexor retinaculum, external retinaculum, extensor retinaculum. देर आर सर्टन डीप फेशियाज जिसको नाम दिए हैं. सो नेक का डीप फेशिया को फेशिया कोलाई कहते हैं, बैक में थोड़ा को लंबर फेशिया कहते हैं. ओके, सो दिस इज अबाउट द डीप फेशिया. लोअर लिम्ब में फेशिया लाटा. व्हाट आर द फंक्शंस ऑफ द डीप फेशिया? एज वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड, कीप्स द स्ट्रक्चर्स इन पोजिशन, provides extra surface for the muscular attachment, helps in venous return. Retinaculum, it prevents the muscle from bulging out. So flexor retinaculum अगर हम देखेंगे तो muscles को position में रखते हैं. Interosseous membrane, if we discuss, it usually binds the bones. So these are the functions of the deep fascia. Skin, we say, and its appendages. What are appendages? So the nail, hair, sweat glands, sebaceous glands, these are the appendages. ये दिख रहा है आपको डायग्राम में, ये nail है. This is to show you the hair and the hair follicle. Here there is a sebaceous gland, sweat gland is not shown here. Hair and nail are made up of dead scaly keratinized cells derived from epidermis. If you see a fetus, वो skin of the fetus is covered by fine hair, उसको lanigo कहते हैं, और primary, or we call it as primary hair. It is shed at birth and then it is replaced by vellus or the secondary hair. Vellus is retained in most of the regions except scalp, face, eyebrow, axilla. Okay, here it is replaced by coarse dark hair. Okay. And here if you see the shaft, it is not at right angle exactly to the skin, but it is at an oblique angle. So this upper part is known as the shaft and this is known as the root of the hair. So the hair root consists of, if you can see in this diagram, there is a medulla, there is a cortex, and there is a cuticle. So the hair root is covered by inner root sheath. Inner root sheath is derived from the stratum corneum, we have seen in the layers, whereas the outer root sheath is made up of stratum spinosum or stratum basale. The erector pilae muscle, this is a smooth muscle which is attached to the, if you can see here, one end is to the papillary layer of the dermis and other layer is to the connective tissue sheath of the hair follicle. तो ये जब भी contract होता है, then the hair moves in a vertical position. So this occurs in response to cold, fear or danger. Right side picture is the histology, book में से लिया हुआ है, वो H&E staining किया है. This you can see is the root of the hair, and this you can see the smooth muscle. See how it is going obliquely. This is a smooth muscle, that is the erector pili muscle. This is to show you the nail. Nail is actually stratum corneum, and then this part, lower part, is known as the pink color thing, nail bed, which is stratum basale and stratum spinosum. So details of the nail and hair will be done during histology. Glands, sweat glands and sebaceous glands, very important. So the skin has got sebaceous glands and sweat glands. Oily secretion होता है वो sebaceous glands का होता है, which keeps the skin smooth and prevents it from drying. Whereas sweat glands have watery secretion and they keep the skin cool. Sebaceous gland कहाँ पे होते हैं? They are found in the dermis. If you see here, see this erector pili और ये hair के बीच में जो है, that is the sebaceous gland. Okay. So it opens into the hair follicle. तो अगर ऑयली सीक्रेशन जो सीक्रेट कर रहा है वो हेयर फॉलिकल के ओपनिंग के उधर से ही आता है. एंड बेस्ड अपॉन द मोड ऑफ सीक्रेशन दिस ग्लैंड इज क्लासिफाइड एज होलोक्राइन ग्लैंड. ओके, सो सीक्रेशन इज नोन एज सीबम. ये जो है दिस इज अ स्वेट ग्लैंड. इट इज़ फाउंड इन द डीपर पार्ट ऑफ द डर्मिस. इसका जो डक्ट होता है डर्मिस में स्ट्रेट होता है, एपिडर्मिस में थोड़ा कॉइल्ड हो जाता है. And this part, the lower part, if you can see, this is the secretory part of the gland. Lining epithelium, stratified cuboidal. Okay. Now, these sweat glands are of two types. They are present in human beings and they are of two types, merocrine and apocrine, depending upon the secretion. So, let us see the secretion, what it is. Merocrine gland मतलब upper part of the gland से वेसिकल एक रिलीज होता है जो दैट इज द सीक्रेशन. ओके, एंड वो डक्ट में से सीक्रेशन कैरी हो जाता है. एपोक्राइन ग्लैंड मीन्स अपाइकल पार्ट पिंच ऑफ हो जाता है, डिसइंटीग्रेट्स, ओके, एज इट इज सीक्रेटिंग. whereas a holocrine gland means पूरा सेल, whole cell is actually disintegrates and it is released as a content. Okay, so merocrine, apocrine and holocrine. How do you remember? holocrine में क्या है? whole cell चला जाता है as a secretion. apocrine means apical. बचा क्या? merocrine, which is normally sending out a secretion in a vesicle form. Okay, so this is again the same slide, same type of slide to explain you merocrine, holocrine and apocrine. holocrine तो हमने देखा, it is actually the sebaceous gland, and here for the sweat gland we said it is merocrine and apocrine. Difference क्या है? Of course the difference is written here, you can go through what is written here, but the merocrine gland जो है which opens on the epidermal surface, whereas apocrine gland जो है which is opening into the just above the duct of the sebaceous gland into the hair follicle, तो वो वहीं से secretion आता है, तो इसके लिए वो थोड़ा सा oily होता है. Okay, and this is to show you where the apocrine, that is oily secret होता है, we said ना. So where all these apocrine glands are present. They are present in the eyelids, behind the ears, armpits, near the mammary gland. So this is the apocrine gland. Eccrine gland secretes watery secretion, what we call it as sweat. Apocrine gland secrete slightly opaque liquid which is combined with the oil from the sebaceous gland. So it is slightly oily secretion. Dogs, if you see, dogs have eccrine glands, but these glands are located on their paw, तो इसके लिए उनको limited sweating होता है. But लेकिन what they do instead of that, instead they pant to regulate their body temperature, because ज़्यादा sweat glands नहीं होता है ना, इसके लिए ज़्यादा panting होता है dogs का. Okay, so other modified glands of the skin are mammary gland, then the cerominous glands in the external acoustic mirrors, मतलब ये कान के अंदर का cerominous gland जो wax secrete करता है, glands of Moll, glands of Zeiss and the tarsal glands. Mammary gland, of course we know, we all have studied this, so we know that it is known as a modified sweat gland. It is modified apocrine sweat gland. Skin receptors. The receptors of the skin are non-encapsulated receptors and encapsulated. Of course, non-encapsulated मतलब उसको cover नहीं है, encapsulated मतलब cover वाले receptors. What are these receptors doing? They actually respond to the stimuli for touch, temperature, pain and pressure. That is why we say the skin is the largest sense organ. नॉन एनकैप्सुलेटेड देखते हैं क्या है. व्हेन वी से इट इज़ नॉट कवर्ड बाय कैप्सूल, that is the free nerve endings and Merkel's. Okay, if you can see here, Merkel's is shown here. It is found in the stratum basale of the epidermis. Merkel's क्यों, मतलब what is the purpose of it is, this is a corpuscle which is sensitive to touch, whereas free nerve endings हमने बोला that is touch and pain. Encapsulated, that is covered with capsule, these are Meissner's, corpuscle, Pacinian and Ruffini. Meissner's कहाँ पे हैं? They are extremely sensitive to touch and 2-point discrimination. So that is the Meissner's corpuscle. कहाँ पे होता है ये? dermal papilla of the skin. यहाँ पे दिया है. Yes, this is the Meissner's. dermal papilla पे present होता है. Then there is a Pacinian corpuscle. Pacinian corpuscle is found in the dermis and it's also present in ligament, joint capsule. ये this is typical, it resembles like that of a sliced onion. बहुत सारे lamella, concentric lamina होता है, and this is sensitive to pressure and vibration. Found in the dermis. See this? Found in the dermis. Layers होता है, concentric layers है, and it is also present in ligament, joints, joint capsules. Okay, so sensitive to pressure and vibration. Then there is a Ruffini's corpuscle. I think I have a Pacinian corpuscles ka picture. Yes, this is showing you the proper lamellas, concentric lamella. Then there is a Ruffini's corpuscle which is fusiform in shape, and it is also found in the dermis of skin and joints, and it is sensitive to stretch. So this is the Ruffini's corpuscle. So this is all about the general anatomy of skin. Thank you.